There's something afoul about this organization. So here now is the solution. Since you don't know how to find people, since you don't know how to identify first-timers, how about you take one team's trash and turn it into your treasure? Uh-oh. Michael, if the New York Giants right now are not on the phone trying to figure out what it would take for Brian Flores to turn down every other interview and come back to New York, get Brooklyn's Brian Flores in your building like yesterday. Forget your long, drawn-out process, because there's a coach right now on the market, thanks to the Dolphins' dysfunction, who won 19 games in the last 2 years. And they can say all they want in Miami about how he rubbed people the wrong way and he was tough to read and how, it was uncomfortable and he said some things, and blah, 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 blah. 19 wins the last 2 years, okay? Back-to-back winning seasons. He's already more or less auditioned for the head coaching job in New York. So they need to be tripping over themselves to hire Brian Flores, a proven commodity, versus some other first-time coach who they're guessing on. Furthermore, Michael, I'm biased, and I know you are as well. There's a general manager. There's a general manager.
That's what I was just going to say. I was just going to say.
Sitting on his couch, or maybe skiing right now, or riding a van, or whatever it is that Thomas Dimitroff is doing with his free time.
Oh, wow.
Thomas Dimitroff and Brian Flores are friend of the show, Thomas Dimitroff. Full transparency. Yeah. Full transparency. And I know, just like Flores in Miami, Dimitroff didn't do everything right in Atlanta. He made his mistakes. Okay? But he's been an executive of the year, and he's been to a Super Bowl. He knows what it looks like. He and Brian Flores know each other very well from New England. Work
together, right.
Go get Thomas Dimitroff and Brian Flores, reunite them atop your organization. Now you don't have to worry about chemistry and will they get along, will they see eye to eye. They both speak the same language. They're both available right now. They've both done it. They've got a resume that is not only references. They have a resume that includes results. And last but not least, icing on the cake, Michael Holley, because see, look, man, the Joker once said, if you're good at something, never do it for free. I'm giving them free game right now. I'm giving them millions of dollars worth of free game right now. Giants, here's your free game.
What's in it for you?
You get Dimitroff as the G. I know, right? Satisfaction, I guess. You get maybe I take a job in the organization. Who knows? Okay, you get Dimitroff as your general manager. You get Flores as your head coach. And wait a second, we have a quarterback problem here in New York as well.
I like this. I like this. I like this.
Now,
will he come though? Will he come there?
20-second timeout. Yes, 20-second timeout though. Some things go without saying, but I think it needs to be said anyway, just to make sure that there's no misunderstanding. The sexual assault allegations, both civilly and criminally, that Deshaun Watson is facing are very serious and deserve to be taken seriously, okay? We will see how that plays out with the grand jury, how that plays out in civil court, how that plays out with the league. Having said that, focusing strictly on football, okay? You get Brian Flores in New York. Deshaun Watson wanted to go to Miami, not just because they had a good roster that was a quarterback away, not just because it was South Beach. He wanted to go play for Brian Flores. So now, with one fell swoop, I could fix the New York Giants in one day. Hell, I just did it in one segment. Thomas Dimitroff is your general manager. Brian Flores is your head coach. Deshaun Watson would waive his no-trade clause to go and play for the New York Giants. Yes,
you saying
for the New York Giants.
Of authority.
Now you have answered your all the questions that organizations spend years trying to get right.
Most of them.
You can figure it out right now. Right now.
Okay.
Hire Brian Flores. Everything else falls into place. They have the draft capital to give to Houston to get him.
Yeah.
To get Deshaun
Watson. I like what
Watson.
you're saying here.
And we're done.
I like what you're saying. They got what?
Problem solved.
2 first-round picks. Number 5 and number 7. Is that right? Right now in the first round for the Giants. All right.
5 and 7.
I like 5 and 7.
They have 5 and 7.
That's us.
Courtesy of the Chicago Bears.
Look, I like obviously getting Deshaun Watson he's already in the conversation. If you get him, he's already in conversation for best quarterback in the division. Sorry, Dak Prescott. I'll take Deshaun Watson over Dak Prescott. Well, that's a big statement. That's a debate for another day. So you'd have a great quarterback already, instantly. You'd have an ascending head coach. Hadn't figured it out yet, but
Brooklyn
going
guy.
in the right direction. I like it.
Boston College guy.
He knows the market, knows the Northeast.
Yes.
And you got a general manager, not only executive of the year, but multiple executive of the year. Bold general manager, has made some trades, has drafted Hall of Fame talent in his first couple of drafts, and Julio Jones and Matt Ryan. Okay, this is good. But also, here's the thing that you said, and you kind of skated by it. You said the the Giants. You said the Giants couldn't even do Fan Appreciation Day right. You know why?
Right.
Because they don't appreciate their fans. Like, I remember asking a friend of mine who really is good with people's names. Mm-hmm. Like, we'll meet you for the first time and we'll remember your name the next time.
That's a skill. It's so flattering. It's so flattering.
I said, how do you do that? How do you do that? He said, I think it has to matter to you.
Mm-hmm.
Simple. I was like, what? Like, hey, give me some technique that you use. No, I think it has to matter to you. I'll look at something, if they have their name there, or I'll remember something about them, something about where they're from, or something about what they said, and I'll just remember them. It has to matter to you. So the reason the Giants don't do Fan Appreciation Day well, they didn't do it well, because they don't appreciate their fans. They've been in a position, they're the old money franchise in New York. The Jets, the little AFL thing goes way back. AFL, it was the Giants. The Giants said that's old money. So you're going to be there. You're going to be there if we suck. You're going to be there if we win. We're the Giants. And you're just going to have to like what we do. It's a trickle-down effect. We tell you how it's going to go, and you respond. It's just like what they did today. That's like a microcosm of how they think. They can control everybody. Hey, WFAN, no. You're not streaming this. You're not going to broadcast this live. Reporters, you ask one question, no follow-up. We're not doing this. NFL Network, no, we're not running this. They think that they've got all the answers, and everybody else is a stooge. So that's one, fan appreciation. They got to figure out how to connect with their fan base. And the other thing they need to do is have somebody, if you do all these things these great plans that you've laid out, you're going to have to tell yourself, be disciplined enough to step away. Step away, like be around, but don't be so involved. Don't hover. Don't mess up a good thing. Sometimes owners, because they spent a lot of money, they think that the payoff is, they get a say, or they should have a say in football operations, or they should have a say in things that they're not really well versed in.
Well, it's not just Mara and Tish.
And the best organizations don't do that.
But it's not just Mara and Tish. It's the people that have always been connected to Mara and Tish that still permeate the organization in every department of the organization. You know what I mean? It's the presidents, it's the business people, it's the scouting department, the whole thing. Like, they got to just turn it over completely. So again, let Brian Flores, I appreciate an exhaustive process. And listen, we don't want to be hypocritical here, because the whole point of the Rooney Rule is to go through a process to arrive at the best candidate. So it's like, well, Michael, now you want him to skip the process for the black guy. Yes, because the black guy just so happens to have back-to-back winning seasons on his resume. He is the most qualified candidate, with all due respect to Jim Caldwell. He is the most qualified candidate that I could think of on the open market right now. That's gettable for the New York Giants. You saw what he can do already. Yeah. You don't have to guess. And you still get that New England culture shift that you were looking for in Joe Judge, except he's not a rookie coach. So you go get him, go get Dimitroff, let them transform the culture of your franchise. Let them bring in Deshaun Watson. Oh, by the way, he was a ball boy in Atlanta when Thomas Dimitroff was the general manager. Oh my goodness, it's amazing how all these things just fall into place. You're welcome. Thank me later, New York. You're welcome. Hopefully I never have to buy a drink in that town again for fixing all your franchise's problems in one segment.
But I would say, Mike, that you said let them transform. That's a big statement, because you can have the right people. It's not like everybody who has worked there has been untalented. They've had some talented people
for sure.
there.
They definitely
I'm trying to think of some of them. but it's hard if you got people around you. If the infrastructure is broken, you can do all the great things and have all the great ideas, but if it's not able to get out, if it's not able to really spread throughout the organization because you got all these toxic walls around you, then that can be very frustrating. So if I'm Brian Flores, if I'm Thomas Dimitroff under your plan, if I'm coming there, a couple things you have to tell me. One, there's just no way, sorry. Unless I do something that's really inappropriate, you can't fire me after 2 years. I'm going to put in my contract.
Yeah.
If you fire me after 2 years, I need like 12% of ownership.
Trouble.
Okay? You cannot
you
fire me
after
after 2 years.
Yeah.
We need time. I need time to deal with your mess. You created it. So don't come in here and tell me, well, listen, it's not the results that we expect. I told you it wouldn't be the results that you expect because it's too much I got to clean up. So Joe Judge did have, even an unqualified person could tell you some truth. And he was truthful in some ways, saying how broken the organization is. It didn't necessarily need to come from him in that fashion, in that forum, but there was some truth to what he was saying.
Yeah. Listen, when the only highlights of your tenure are sound bites about other teams or other people, oh, what the Eagles just did is a disgrace to the integrity of the game. Hey, you're not going to see anybody throwing punches on our sideline. Guys are quitting like they were before. Free agents want to come back here.
This ain't no clown show.
Man, listen. But you got to pull the plug on that. It was that bad. But now to your point, you got to look in the mirror and say, wait a second. Why do we keep – it's like when you're in a bad relationship after bad relationship. Why do I keep attracting bad people? It's something about you.
You're attracting
something about you're doing it
They're
wrong.
Coming to you.
You're doing it wrong.
Right.
Hey, they got people out there that have done it. To recap, Dimitroff, Flores, and you get Deshaun Watson. Telling you, easy.
Good plan.
And you solved all your problems.
Now you got to win. Win some games. Hey, thanks for watching Brother from Another on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe before you leave, and be sure to watch us 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Peacock. Appreciate you.